Hi, this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing now astrology reading for Cancer for the month of December 2018. So let's see what we get here for December 2018 for Cancerians. Right, some of you Cancerians are feeling a little bit out of touch and a bit sort of stressed with different things, and you've been very guarded, very protective of yourselves. It's almost like you've got your barriers up a little bit. And so here you are, sort of a bit guarded, a bit protective of yourselves, got your barriers up. Here we are feeling a little bit stressed, and you need to just perhaps pull back, rest, and just unwind and take the weight off your feet a little bit. But it's like some of you coming out here as the mother figure, and that's great. But you're sort of sitting here pondering and thinking and getting a bit fed up with things because you've been very much towards family. And it just feels like now as you're moving forward, family's changing. And it's almost like you've got to start thinking on your own 2 feet a little bit now and planning for the future now of what's best for you. So it's all great and well and good sort of being there for family, but what about you? You've got to start thinking about yourselves a little bit. So it's like you're kind of moving off in a different direction for family, or family's moving off in a different direction from you. And it's not negative or untoward, it's just everything's evolving and changing. So you're all coming to the end of the year, and I'm not saying you're not going to enjoy Christmas or anything like that, but you're thinking a bit further ahead about where life's taking you and where your place is in life with yourself and family and children and things like that, especially if you're coming in as the mature woman. If you're a little bit younger, then you may be thinking about your career goals and how you're going to be doing what you're doing, and maybe thinking about children yourself, and also you may be also thinking about family of what they're doing and up to. So it's all kind of relevant, but it just changes the situation, the way you look at it as, if you're the mature woman or the younger one. But either way, it still makes sense to either side of things. So it's like you've got to do a bit of resolving now and a bit of sorting out to do. But it's not simple. But what it's telling you to do now, don't sit there and get fed up. You've got to start trusting your intuition now and going with your gut feelings and doing what you feel so is right. Because sometimes you Cancerians, yes, you can be deep thinkers. Yes, you can be very constantly thinking about what's going on around you. But you can be quite empowered. You've got more strength than what you realise, so you need to tap into that now and utilise it. And then as you do that, gradually and slowly and systematically, you can start to make some very positive changes for yourself. So here you are, gradually moving off in a different direction. Looks like you're walking away from things here, but don't look at it so much as you're walking away. Look at it as if to say, do you know what, now I'm looking for deeper meaning to my life, and my life is moving off in a different direction, but where am I going? Where am I heading? What am I doing? Then as you do all this, you've got judgment coming in, which is basically saying, I am going to reap what I sow here. Now, yeah, you can look at that negatively. If I do something wrong or something goes wrong, I'm reaping what I sow. But try and look at it more positively than negatively, because sometimes you can think a bit on the negative side. Okay, so you've got to start believing in yourself. And some of you, I've got secret admirers. Like somebody does think a lot of you. But I do feel like with some of you Cancerians, where somebody's thinking a lot of you, I think they're with somebody else. But I feel as though they may not be too happy in their own situation. They look to you and they look at you as perhaps being bubbly or very attractive, and they think, should they approach you? But they hold back a little bit. And I feel like they're a bit stuck themselves. So a bit like you feeling a bit stuck, they feeling a bit stuck, but they look to you and think, do you know what, I'd really love to be around you or be connecting with you. And who knows, you may sort of sense that yourself, and you may just get your wish one day. But I'm not saying it will materialise, but I'm not saying it won't, because I've not exactly got affairs coming out as such. But I just feel as if to say, things could materialise, you just never know. So you just have to see where life takes you. But also, I do feel as though some of you Cancerians could be drawn to people yourselves. So don't be frightened to say something, because I feel like you could be quite surprised, as if to say they're not exactly going to say no, but okay, yeah, I'm interested, but how are we going to get from A to B? It's like it's not simple. Maybe they can't see the path forward, but maybe you could, and you could help create that path with them. So in other words, you're not going to look a fool, you're going to be like looking like the positive person that could make things happen for them. And then everybody could be quite happy and quite settled. Because I just feel at the moment, if you're single, you're not happy. I just feel so things need to change. But if you are happy and sorted, then you're going to perhaps reevaluate things to get things even better. But there's an air of change coming in around you. So just see where all this unfolds for you. Right, let's just see what your angels say. So a couple of things to sort with family, which is what I've said before. If anything upsets you, just look at it all innocently. So whether family are distancing from them, you, or changes going on, you've not got to take it too personal. You've just got to adapt and grow with the changes. Now you've got daydreaming. Now this doesn't mean you're a daydreamer, but it does mean perhaps connect with your angels and they will help guide you. And sometimes you need to reward yourself a little bit, treat yourself. It's like sometimes you give a lot of yourself. So you could do with your own quiet space a little bit now to just think about what you want and where you're going. But it is all about endings and new beginnings now. So it just feels like change is coming. So just embrace it. So I hope all that's kind of made sense to you. And just perhaps listen to it a few times to make sense of it. And see where it unfolds. But it just feels like now I've got to look forward now, not backwards. So I wish you a good Christmas and a happy new year. And you know, if you could perhaps like and share this video for me, would really appreciate that, because that would help me to keep growing so I can keep doing these things for you every so often. So thank you very much.